Yes, sir.
The time is 6:30 p.m. The Louisville Planning and Zoning Commission meeting of Tuesday, February 7th, 2017 is now called to order, and we do have a quorum present. First item to address is minutes of the January 17th meeting. If there's any additions or corrections, I would request a motion to approve as presented.
Move to approve.
Move to approve by Mary Ellen,
Second.
seconded by Alvin. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Agenda item 3 is the consent agenda for plats. This is the final plat of J.K. Mustang Properties. Its addition Lot 1, Block A, contains a 0.066 acres, zoned Old Town Center Business District, OTC, located on the southwest quadrant of Main Street and Mill Street. Richard?
Chairman Davis and Commissioners, the Development Review Committee and city staff has reviewed this plat and has determined that the plat meets all the minimum requirements of the zoning ordinance and the general development ordinance. Staff recommends approval as submitted. Thank you.
Questions, anyone? Commissioners? Okay, then may I have a motion on item 3A, the plat? Motion to approve by William,
Second.
seconded by Kristen. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries unanimous. Item 4 is a public hearing for zoning and special use permits. Consideration of a special use permit, SUP, for a 22,850 square feet shooting range, indoor range, on approximately 2.256 acre lot. It's legally described as Lot 6R-1, Block A, Corporate Square, located at 1915 South Stemmons Freeway, Zone Light Industrial District, L1, as requested by Kevin Ali of Point Blank Range and Gun Shop on behalf of Louisville Bassett 1 LTD, the property owner. This is case number SUP 2017-0204. John?
Commission, the special use permit process allows for consideration of certain uses that may potentially be incompatible or intensely dominate the area in which they are located, but may become compatible with the provisions of certain conditions and restrictions. Point Blank Gun Range and Gun Shop is a retailer that sells firearms, has an indoor gun range, and provides education classes. It is proposed to locate in a pre-existing vacant building located at 1915 South Stemmons Freeway. Point Blank will contain a retail floor, 3 classrooms, and a gun range with 24 lanes. Safety is a major concern for the business. There will be a range safety officer on duty at all times. Customers are required to have government-issued ID and must watch a safety video before using the lanes. The shooting lanes are separated by bulletproof glass and bulletproof steel. The range also contains sound abatement features. These include the range is encased by a solid concrete masonry unit wall that is mortar and rebar filled. The ceiling and walls will be covered with sound dampening materials, and the door to the range are solid filled. The range is also equipped with a carry filtration system. This moves air down the range at a rate of 1 foot per second. This SUP identifies exterior building enhancements. This includes a cultured stone veneer at the front of the building as well as the 2 front corners. The building will be painted both gray with light and dark shades, and the entrance will be painted an orange jalapeno color. The awning will cover the entrance. Point Blank will use the existing highway pylon sign for 3 years, and after this period, it will replace the pole-mounted sign with a monument sign. There's also a wall sign with LED illuminated lettering displaying the name of the business on the building itself. Point Blank is adding 10 additional trees to the site. This brings the site up to compliance with the current landscaping standards. There is also live screening around the ventilation equipment located at the back end of the building. Staff recommends the approval of this SUP, and the applicant is present to answer any questions.
Commissioners?
I got a question. What's the excuse me, what's the age range of going in? What's the age range? The age range?
The age
of youth?
range?
Yeah.
Everyone, my name's Kevin Ali. I'm from Point Blank Range and Gun Shop. Age range is 13 with a parent, 18 without.
Thank you.
Sir.
I had one question.
Yes, sir.
Concerning parking, is it enough parking spaces? You know, it was designed for a retail business that flowed in and out, but a gun range maybe had more cars at one time than what a retail business would.
The proposal does meet our parking regulations in the general development ordinance.
Okay, thank you.
If we were going to build from the ground up, it would be a 15,000 square foot building, and we would like 85 parks. We feel as though this site will be more than sufficiently parked for our needs.
All right. Anybody else?
I had a question. Is this on? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you just talk a little bit more about the modifications that you're doing to the building to make sure that it's bulletproof?
Sure. There's literally a box inside of the box. We're going to move the front door a little bit as you face the building to the right. So that'll be the entryway. And inside where we have the range, it will be encompassed in solid concrete filled blocks with steel inside of it. And there will be steel plates for the ceiling for any sort of ricochets. So all four sides will be encompassed inside a solid filled CMU wall box. There will be viewing windows, and they are grade 3 bulletproof glass, and it's glass that is very, very thick. Inside the range, in between each stall, is bulletproof glass and or steel that separates each shooting bay. So if there would be any sort of misfire or mishap going east and west instead of downrange, then it's going to be stopped by either bulletproof glass or steel.
Okay. And you're filling in any of the windows that are on the exterior?
Correct.
Yes, okay.
Yes. So that range will run on, as you face the building, to the left. Okay, so those windows down that side will need to be replaced. So we'll pull those out, probably fill those back in with block. But there will be an additional CMU wall inside of that exterior wall. So there's literally a box inside of that box. Okay. We've got 10 stores open. We're doing 7 more this year. We're the largest chain of indoor gun ranges in the country, and very much the fastest growing chain of indoor gun ranges. So we've done it multiple times. We have remodeled buildings. Our preference is to build ground up, but we've done it, and we've learned, you know, throughout the process. So we're getting better and better as we go.
So is your typical location right off the highway?
We love highway visibility. We like nice communities. If I want to do a very quick market study, I plot the Costco's. It's the same customer, it's disposable income, it's middle class and higher. We cater to middle class and up. Our educational classes look a lot like your all Sunday school classes. 40% of our business is women. And so we look at sites and say, okay, would I feel comfortable if my wife and daughters came to this site, parked, got out and went in, and left on their own? So we want the higher income neighborhoods. We want the better parts of town. And Louisville fits that bill for us very, very nicely. We have a deal already approved in North Richland Hills that we're starting construction on here in the next probably 3 weeks. We'd like to do a deal in Plano and Arlington, and that's the majority of what we'll do in this market.
So, and I have one more question.
Yes,
Sorry,
ma'am.
last question. What's the sound level on the outside of the building? I'm assuming you can hear it.
We will by far be underneath any noise ordinance you have. On our retail floor, which is right next to the gun range, we'll be able to carry on a normal level conversation. You might hear a dull thud, but we will not have to raise our voices at all, and that's inside the building. Outside the building, it will be virtually undetectable. There will be oodles more noise from the freeway than ever emits from our building.
Okay.
Commissioners, anybody else? right, thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, at this time, we'll open up the public hearing. Anyone that wishes to speak on this subject, please come forward, sign in, and state your name. All right, having no one come forward, the public hearing is now closed. Commissioners, comments? Okay, then may I have a motion on item 4A?
I'll move to approve.
Move to approve by Kristen,
I'll second.
seconded by John. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous.
Mr. Chairman, this item will be considered by the City Council at a second public hearing on Monday, February the 20th, 2017, at 7:00 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I guess we need a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn?
Move to adjourn by Mary Ellen,
Second.
seconded by Kristen. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Meeting adjourned.